Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today's video is going to be on secant lines. A secant line is sort of like a tangent line, but instead of finding the slope at one point, it's finding the slope between 2 points. So it can sort of be like an average rate of change if you want. Okay, so this is going to be our first y value. Y line. Y equals x squared minus 4. So let's draw this up. Okay, great. And now this point here is going to be -4. And then now we are going to draw a positive parabola because that is what x squared is. So like this. Great. So that's going to be our graph for now. Okay, so we need to find x equals 1 and x equals 4. But to do this, we are going to need a y value so we can have the point. Okay, so if we plug in 1 for x equals 1 into the y equation, we will get this. 1y equals 1 squared minus 4. So this means y will equal -3. Also, by the way, you can just have a go at these equations if you know how to do them, and you're just using this for practice. Okay, next we are going to plug in 4 for x. Y equals 4 squared minus 4. So that means that y equals 12. Because 4 squared is 16, and then minus 4 equals 12. So that means that when x equals 4, the y value for that is going to be 12 at that point. So this one here can be written like this. The x value and then the y value. And then this one up here can be written this way. 1, -3. So we'll say that this here is, we'll call this one 1, -3. Great, so that's one of the points. And then the next point is 4, 12. We'll call that maybe here. Perfect. Now we need to work out this line between the two. Yeah, that line. So to work this out, we are going to have to use this. The secant line is going to equal y2 minus y1 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Geez, let me just erase that. That looks a bit like an 8. Great. So this larger value here, this is going to be x1, x2, and this is going to be y2. So that means that this is x1 and this is y2. Great. So if we plug those values in, we get this. This is for the slope. 12 minus -3 over 4 minus 1. So if we minus a negative, we basically just add it. So it'll be like this. Equals 12 plus 3 over 3. So that means that the secant line is going to equal 15 over 3, which is going to equal 5. So the slope of the secant line here is going to equal 5. And we are going to write this in point slope form. y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So m is going to be the slope, y1 is going to be a point, and x1 is going to be a point. So we can use either of these points really. We can use 4, 12 or 1, -3. For this case, I'm going to use 1, -3. Y minus 1 equals m times x plus 3. It's plus 3 because it's minusing a negative. So that's going to be, oopsies. Oh no. What have I done? Does that it? Yeah, that does it. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. This m here. Well, I'll go back. So for the point 1, -3, it's going to be this. Y minus, and then y minus, and then it's going to be the 3, -3, as it is the y value for y1. So this is going to equal the slope, which is 5. So 5x minus 1. So this is going to be our equation, and we'll just simplify this one last time. So that is the equation for this curve and these x values. So, okay. This is going to be our second equation. So, y equals x squared, and the x values of the points are going to be x equals 1 and x equals 7. So let's draw a graph. Okay, now we're going to graph this x squared. So it's going to be like this. And if you guys feel confident that you can do them, you can do them by yourselves. You can give it, oh my gosh, I can't draw. Oh my gosh. Okay, great. Now, we want to find the y values. So we'll call this 1 and we'll call this 7. Okay, great. Now let's plug 1 in here. Y equals x squared. So that means that y equals 1 squared. So this here is going to equal 1. So that means that this point here is 1, 1. Great. Now we're going to plug in 7 this time. Y equals 7 squared, which is going to equal 49. So this point here is going to be 749. Great. Now we're going to use our equation. So this will give us the slope of the secant line. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Great. Now we're going to plug in our y values and our x values. So that this is going to equal 49 minus 1 over 7 minus 1. Okay, so this is going to equal 48 over 6, which is going to equal 8. Okay, so now let's write this in point slope form. So point slope form is y minus y1 equals the slope and then x minus x1. So y minus, and then y1 in this case is 1. So y minus 1 is going to equal the slope, which is 8 by x minus, and then x1 is going to be 1. So this is going to be our answer in point and slope form. Thanks for watching today. I hope you learned something new. And this is a very basic intro to secant lines. And I might do some more videos on this and go through it more thoroughly and with some harder equations so that you can learn what it's like to do it with other lines instead of just x squared. So I hope that you keep tuned in to the channel and I'll send more videos. Okay, well, see you in the next one. Bye.